O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge, just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Saints Block Party Podcast, regular season 2023, week 3. Saints Panthers. Timeout. Saints Packers preview pod. Man, it's already week 3, bro.
Moving, bro.
Already week 3. Can I talk to you, Ryan? I want to talk to you.
Let's go.
Why is it that the Saints are 2-0? First time them being 2-0 in a decade. And the discord around this team feels like this team is 0-2.
It's strange, bro. And you know what's so funny about it? No, go ahead.
It just be bothering the shit out of me, bro. Like it's like I'm getting like the Derek Carr and Jameis debates again. I feel like I'm in a Twilight Zone. Like if you Dennis Allen, if you're DA, you like I done gave y'all first 2-0 in a decade. Like this how y'all treat me? Like the Denzel, like don't do to me.
Like damn.
And like part of me understands it, bro. Listen, I get it, man. Like it is thing offensively have not looked pretty. People are like, oh, well, they're only beating, bad teams by X. I don't care. Like it's wins. People don't understand how hard it is to win in this fucking league. It's hard. These were wins that this team was not winning last season.
Absolutely.
Period. So to be 2-0, not only to be 2-0, like they kind of had to be 2-0 because the Falcons are 2-0, the Bucs are 2-0. So they gotta at least stay even in the division. And it's just like all this bickering. I'm just like, fuck. What's going on, bro?
What I was saying is, like, it's funny because, like, me and you have been kind of known to be kind of the realist or some say pessimistic.
Yes.
And we the ones sitting like, why aren't y'all happy? Like,
what this got to do?
He has shown that he's like, a better, improved as a team builder. He's had a good camp. He got the team playing well, got the defense humming.
Look like one of the best Saints defense of all time, bro, and it's not good enough, bro. Like,
and I do get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do get it. Like, it's frustrating. It's frustrating seeing the offense, seeing it look so hard. Like, remember last year, everything was hard. Like, it was difficult just to get a first down. And it's not as bad as that, but it seems like that where it's like, man, why is everything so difficult? We got all these playmakers, and we see it. Like, we see Chris Olave looking great. We see Rashid Shaheed looking great. We see, Mike Thomas back. It's like, why isn't this all working? And, so I understand that frustration. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, man, look, Derek Carr, like, man, got what, 1 touchdown so far this season. This offense as a whole has 3 touchdowns. Like, oh, man, this is not what we were sold in the offseason. And I think that's what it comes down to. It was so hyped, this offense, offseason. Everything was looking good.
Bro, I said they'd be a top 5 offense in the league. I said it.
Right. I say top 10. I say top 10. And we both wrong. We both looking wrong. But like I said, it's week 2, though.
It's week 2. And as bad and as many issues that the offense has had, it's nothing that strikes me that they're issues that are not fixable or corrected. Now, it's the NFL. So that means they got to get fixed and they got to get corrected. Like, you can't go into each game week in and week out and have the same issues. So, like, let's just break it down. Main issue with this team right now as a whole is offensive line. Like, I get Saints went out and they paid Derek Carr the amount of money they paid him. His play has been, like, as a fair assessment, pretty inconsistent, right?
No question.
He's missed some throws. He's thrown a terrible interception in each game. But conversely, he's made plays that we haven't seen from a Saints quarterback in a long time. When the offensive line is breaking down, he's been able to get out of, evade pressure or scramble or whatever, makes a little plays off script. But most importantly, he's made throws when the offense and the team needed them the most that Jameis Winston was not making. Andy Dalton for sure wasn't making. So his play's been uneven, and I get some of like the annoyance of what it was, but like to me, and I'm not saying that, it all goes back to the offensive line. And if you just break it down in totality, Ryan Ramczyk, first round pick. Cesar Ruiz, first round pick. Eric McCoy, second round pick. Trevor Penning, first round pick. When you've invested so much into your offensive line got to play well. And I think Catherine Terrell put up a great stat in an article she put that it seems like historically, like Saints offensive lines, especially like recently, struggle early. It's just something. It's something that happens. But to be fair, there are a lot of offensive lines around the league that's struggling, bro. Like a lot.
It's a league thing, bro. It's a league thing. I don't know what the reason is. A lot of coaches say it's due to the condensed training camps we have now after the new CBA. They only get 8 padded practices a season now. They're not putting players in the preseason games, so they're just not handling physicality well. Around the league, bro. It takes a while, and everybody's dealing with it. There's maybe 2 good offensive lines out there right now.
The Eagles, and Dallas. I don't even know if Dallas has been. I haven't watched. I haven't watched enough other, but the Eagles for sure are a team that stands out that are doing well.
And with Carr, it's bro, the Saints have given up almost 50% pressure rates on pass snaps. I don't care if that's Drew Brees back there. Now, Drew Brees, he was kind of a musician where he would make the offensive line look a little better because he gets that ball out pop,
boom, boom, boom.
Not even 2 seconds, 1.1 second or something. It's out. And that's what Derek Carr is probably going to have to do a little bit to improve the offensive line and to, beat some of the pressure. But Jameis back there, bro, he will crumble.
I won't, bro.
I'm talking about fumble ball, all that. It'll be terrible. You don't want
I blocked so many Jameis truthers in my mentions today, bro. Today and yesterday. I guess I can't do it, bro. Cause I'm y'all either y'all have drunk a Kool-Aid that's so good that Jim Jones will be like, God damn, that's some good Kool-Aid, or you've completely forgotten what the Jameis experience quarterback. And I don't forgot.
Are we? I'll be where am I living at? Somebody was in my mention said, this is awful. This season. I'm what are you talking about? 2-0. What? Bro, awful? Okay, frustrating. I'll take that. But awful?
Bro, I can't even. Awful. Ryan, I can't even be frustrated at 2-0, bro. I get the frustration but we haven't got beat and the team is relatively pretty healthy. What are we frustrated about?
It's healthy. It's that's why I'm just not tripping because, like you said, these are fixable things. Now, I will worry if they don't get fixed if we continue to see over and over. But I'm just man, it's week 2. Week 2-0. The schedule ain't crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It really isn't.
Ain't nobody got me shook. So it's man, let's just keep trying to improve while winning. That's the best thing to do.
That's it.
And here's the thing. What happens if they do improve and then you peak at the right time? You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather peak later in the season than early. You know what I'm saying? So they have a chance to really peak at the right time and, just continue to improve.
And just speaking of the things just offensively, I forget, it feels like we're missing the elephant in the room. The best player on offense is serving a 3-game suspension and serving the last game of his 3-game suspension.
Number 41. Number 41 coming off
a
standing camp.
You want to talk about getting the ball out quick. That was what Derek Carr was criticized for, a vast majority of his career is that he didn't look down the field. He was a check, he was like a check down Charlie. Check down. Now, Flip side, if you have a bad offensive line and you're getting pressured on 50% of your passes, and now you have an outlet who's a weapon in the pass game, just saying, it's been on my mind. I'm just like we just can't be satisfied, bro. Like we are usually the people who are like oh, you got okay, listen, you guys just way too fucking negative.
Right.
Oh my god, what?
Right. Like we the one usually throwing a little dirt on the party. Like yeah.
Shit, calm down, goddamn, bro. It's been annoying. Speaking of 3 game suspicious, even before we could talk about Packers preview. Marcus May. It came out of nowhere, and it's funny because it's a question that you and I were asking all fucking training camp, bro. Like all preseason. Like, ain't no one said anything about this Marcus May suspension. No one said nothing, bro.
He probably thought he got away with it. Like shit, they forgot about me.
The OJ if I did it.
I did.
Comes down today. Marcus May suspended three games for substance abuse pertaining to the DUI he got back when he was with the Jets. I don't know if there was any looking into like what happened in terms of like the arrest that happened last season with the guns and the girl at the car. I don't know. Like, so I don't know if this 3 games and that's it, or there's gonna be whatever. What I will say is the sense I get I'll say this as a fan, and just some sense I get, like maybe from the team a little bit, is like, I don't know how worried they really are about the Marcus May suspension, bro. Like, I think sometimes teams like having reasons to put a player into like the lineup, but like they don't want to like bench another player.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would guess the player that's taking like Marcus May's like spot would be like Jordan Howden, or maybe a combination of Jordan Howden and Lonnie Johnson. But I think this team is really high on Jordan Howden, and maybe just as like the last impression of having him in the last game, bro. But Marcus May and Bryce Young is just scrambling, bro, and he just
ran by him, just like,
I was like, what is this nigga doing?
What are you doing, man? And to be fair, he's had like a solid start to the season.
He had an interception. He got the interception in week 1.
They've been doing some things where they've been moving him closer to the line and stuff like that. So.
His physicality has definitely helped with the run defense kind of getting back to its prominence. So I don't want to completely say he's been a non-factor, but I think a question that is still not really answered is like, what is Marcus May on this team? And I don't think we have an answer for that. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, for Howden, bro, this is a beautiful opportunity for him, man. Like, you could make your case to be a starter, if not this year, definitely next year. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to get 3 games if he is, if they put it back there as a starter,
right,
to really show out, bro. And I'm interested to see, because I know he's played it quite a bit, in like dime packages and stuff like that. But I want to see him, what would we bring as a starter or whatever, if they do go that route, because they could put Lonnie Johnson back there. And it's going to be interesting what they do with the secondary. Like, because like I said, they bring Howden in on dime packages, and they'll have like May or Honey Badger move up close to the line and stuff like that. They've been playing a lot of, just single high safety.
Right.
I don't think they're going to put the boy out there like that. They probably play a lot of too high, or maybe quarters.
Yeah.
Quarters coverage, which they like to play. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, because one good thing they do have is like 3 great cornerbacks that, Lattimore, like, if I'm the coach, I'm going to Lattimore. I say, look, bro, we're going to have a rookie back there. We're going to need you to just take care of your side, bro. Just take care of it so we could work on the other side. And Lattimore could do it. He could do it.
Say, I got you, coach.
Got you, coach. And then they could just figure out some scheme up stuff on the other side and, figure it out. So I'm not too worried. Look, it's a veteran player that you're losing, so I think that does cost you. But I think there's some opportunity there too.
Right. And I think, this is kind of I don't know where else you'll hear this from, or maybe there's another place, but I don't know. But I think as fans, we have to I don't want to word this. When a player gets suspended, it's essentially like not every time, but a large amount of time it voids any type of guarantees, any type of things that were worked into a contract. When suspension kicks in, like those guarantees go bye-bye. Right. And so hypothetically, right, if Howden comes in and plays well and plays either like well to good and he kind of solidifies his spot as a starter, and because of the Marcus May suspension, if those guarantees are no longer guaranteed, it does make it easier for a team to move on from a player. If it's like, I don't know where I'm going to play you. Like a rookie came in and played better than you, and like you don't really have a role in the defense now. I would just want to say, if that were to happen, man, can we just like look back at that and just think about like what a terrible like free agency signing that was? Like, like
that poor Marcus Williams, like he even got injured 2 years in a row.
In a row.
He was a picture of health with the Saints. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it feels a little Carl Nick-ish all over again.
I know it did. It really does.
Right.
Maybe they bring him back next year.
Man, I would love it because you put Marcus in this orientation or iteration, I should say, of Saints defense, and all he just got to do is just sit back and play single one and just go get balls, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry, that's like a fantasy. Anyway, Packers game, big game in Green Bay. It's a game that I said it last week that the Saints are going to be 3-0 after this game. I still feel confident about it. I do, for obvious reasons, think that the Packers offensively is going to pose more of a challenge than they experienced with facing the Carolina Panthers. I think a big part of that is when they were facing the Panthers, they didn't really have to worry about any type of like speed. They don't have to worry about speed at all, right? Like Adam Thielen, Mingo, DJ Chark, like there was no one on the Panthers that really threatened them speed-wise. But the Packers, even though they kind of choked away that game against the Falcons, sorry, I was pulling up our lads, against the Falcons, something when I was watching those red zone highlights, or red zone as that game was going on, is the Packers got, and this was without Christian Watson. Christian Watson, the wide receiver, did not play in that game, but I was just watching. I was like, man, this Packers offense, some players, like young guys got speed. They, in a way, not, and I'm not saying that they're anywhere up to this level, but just the way that the speed of their wide receivers, and I'm talking specifically about Jaden Reed, and who is a second-year player, and then a rookie that they drafted in the 5th round, Dontavian Wilkes. Both of those players, when I was watching them against the Falcons, like they were making plays, breaking a tackle, taking out long touchdowns. The play style reminds me a little of kind of like what the Saints have on a more elite level with Olave and Shaheed. So I think like this group of, the weapons that Jordan Love has speed wise is for sure gonna test Marshawn. It's gonna test Paulson Adebo. It's gonna be a fun matchup to see.
Yeah, no question. And look, Jordan Love, man, I think he's been, solid. Not great, but solid. He makes throws. He's completing 55.8%. Not great. They've been, primarily focused on. He got 6 touchdowns though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's been scoring. I have faith in DA versus this offense. He's done pretty good against this offense, even when they had Rodgers.
Right.
What's the word on Christian Watson? I saw he was out there doing some things in practice.
So he today was an LP limited practice. Aaron Jones was the DNP. I do not practice. I don't expect Aaron Jones to play. Yeah. The starting guard for the Packers, Elton Jenkins, I don't expect him to play. David Bakhtiari didn't practice today. He was like a DMP, but it was like rest day or Betts rest day, like the same Ramczyk thing. Although Ramczyk was not on the injury report for a veteran day today. Just point that out.
Well, it was one of those days. Today was like they didn't actually practice, but if they did practice,
no, today's Wednesday, bro. They got a game on Sunday.
Yeah, but because they had a Monday night game.
Oh, did they not practice? Yeah, got it. Right. Okay, caught up. So the Packers for sure sound like they're gonna be missing their starting left guard. They may be missing David Bakhtiari, their starting left tackle. They didn't have their starting left tackle when they played the Falcons, so we'll see. Obviously, we're recording this Wednesday night, so we won't know until later into the week. But this defense has shown that defensive line wise, unlike seasons past, if the opposing offense has a weak or inferior offensive line, this defense has taken advantage of it. They have 8, bruh.
8, bro.
8.
Even with a 3-man rush, which I hate. 8. I hate 3-man.
Hate it, bro.
3-man rushes, and they've been eating with it, bro. I'm like,
8.
Damn.
So if the Packers are missing their left tackle and left guard, for the Saints to continue to, their winning ways, you got to be the same. Like they got to go out, they got to dominate them up front, they got to make things uncomfortable for Jordan Love, and things we saw against Bryce Young would kind of allude to like we should have confidence that they'll be equipped to do so. Bryce Young has, like you said, has seen more in the league. He's been in the league longer, so you may not be able to kind of like rattle him as much as you would a Bryce Young, but this is only his first year starting. Like, it's very possible that the pressures come, whether interior or whatever, that he start making mistakes and things like that. I like the interior of the Saints defensive line going against this Packers offensive line, even if David Bakhtiari is starting. Like, I like their matchup there. I like the linebackers. Aaron Jones not playing really helps the Saints defensively because AJ Dillon out there be looking like me, bro. Like he looked like just lugging, bro.
Is it there, man?
Yeah, man. Like it's just like nothing going, man. Like
so. What about the flip side? I don't know much about Green Bay's D line. I mean, Kenny Clark. I mean, he's still playing. I feel like Kenny Clark been out there forever, bro. Like, dang.
The thing that worries me about this Packers defense is it's what we talked about, is the Saints offensive line. More specifically, it's the Saints offensive line in pass blocking, because this Packers defensive line or Packers defense kind of front seven has been able to get a lot of pass win rate. And they have a lot of, the thing that worries me, like, it's the speed. Like, this is a fast defense. Quay Walker, Lucas Van Ness, who was very high on the Saints draft board that the Packers drafted this last draft. Rashawn Gary. Yeah. Rashawn Gary. I watched a lot of Quay Walker last week playing against the Falcons. So he was a linebacker they drafted. Shit, is he a rookie? Shit. I felt like he was drafted last year, but no, I think he was drafted this year. Like he was playing. No, he was drafted last year. I'm not tripping. Okay. He was playing stellar. Like he's like a young linebacker that was playing stellar. So offensively, if Pete wants to do his thing, this is a game where I would not put the offensive line in a position where they have to pass block numerous times. I'm having them go forward. The Packers got gashed last week against the Falcons.
You can run on them.
You can run on them. And Kendre Miller is back. If this
is it?
Is he back? Yeah, he's a full practice, bro. Oh, he's playing on Sunday. If this Negro don't
out there, bro.
If this Negro don't go out there and put on a show, bro, all that shit we heard.
I need you to go out there, boy. He's a nifty runner, bro. Like, go create something, man. Look, the offensive line blocking, terrible week 1, improved a little bit week 2.
Vastly, I don't want to say vastly, but it was noticeably improved from week 1 to week 2. And
even the runs down the middle were positive. They weren't great. They wasn't busting open 20-yard runs and nothing, but they were positive. 4 yards, 3 yards, 6 yards. So they were positive. That's all I want from Kendre. But show me a little something, bro. We got some youth, young legs, bro. What's them young legs, man? You know what I'm saying? Need that.
I'm watching them, bro. Like I got to see it. I need to see it. You can't come in the league talking shit like you're just as good as AK, one of the best backs in the league. Yes, I said it with my chest. He still is one of the best backs in the league. And then like put up duds for like most of all season. He sprinkled some highlights in that Chargers game. It was like, oh, okay. And then like right after that break, got hurt. So Jamal Williams got the hamstring injury. He's out for a while. And obviously this is no AK. So I would guess if we're talking about like the running backs who's going to be like active this game, it's going to be like Kendre Miller and Tony Jones Jr., bro.
That's it. And Taysom Hill, if they decide to use him,
this Packers game, I would coach it if I'm DA talking to Pete.
O'Reilly.
You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This game to me would be a very easy game to be a DA game, which that means I would say DA of how he coached last season, right? He coached very much off. He wanted Pete to be a little conservative, not taking a lot of shots down the field. If you could run on this Packers offense, or excuse me, on this Packers defense and they front four, bro, like I'm running with Taysom, I'm running with Kendre, I'm taking my huge offensive line, Trevor Penny, and I say go bully someone. And from time to time, when we need to, we'll take our shots. From time to time, we need to. Like, that's how I would have – this would be the game plan if this was me in this game.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree. I think the run game should be the focus. Don't do so much 5-step, 7-step.
Nah, bro. I'm telling you, man. I just see it. I can just see it, Ryan. Like Lucas Van Ness and fucking Rashawn Gary like running a stunt on Trevor Penny and
Jair Alexander back there. You got Russell Douglas. Nah, bro. Like
I will say though, as a football fan, seeing Jair, and I don't know how Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator of the Packers, is going to play. I don't know if he's just going to put him on Michael Thomas most of the game. He's going to like have him move from like Michael Thomas, whoever. But Jair on any of the Saints wide receivers, to me, is like that's football porn. Like even if I'm not a Saints fan, like I just remove my fandom. That's like matchups in reps I just want to watch.
Yeah. Because he wants to play against the best. So he wants to go against Olave. He wants to go against Michael Thomas. I want to see it, bro.
I do too, bro.
I remember when they last played Green Bay, when the Jameis game. I'm trying to think.
Mike didn't play in that game.
Mike didn't play. Deontay Hardy had like a nice game.
Yes.
Can't remember much else. But Jameis had like 4 touchdowns or something? Like
he
it was
did.
Crazy.
And Juwan Johnson had a big game in that game as well.
Sure did. Yeah.
So I like to me, it's funny because if you look back at the Derek Carr's passing attempts from the Panthers game, the Panthers seemed like they played a lot of cover 2, but the Saints didn't really attack them down the middle of the field,
everything was on the outside.
Listen, I've given Pete, and I don't know if this is a Pete Carmichael thing or it's a Derek Carr thing. And to be fair, like some of those passes to the outside worked beautifully, so I don't want to take anything away from that. And maybe it's just me just having watched so much Sean Payton and having recency bias. But man, like cover 2 used to give Sean fits, bro. Like the Bears, it was his Achilles heel. And so he
back in the day, yeah.
He figured out the answer to the question to beat a good cover 2 defense is you got to attack it up the middle. And the best way to do that is to draft is to have a stud tight end and attack the middle of the field, because usually that tight end is going to be able to get free against linebackers, right?
Exactly.
So And again, Saints won. So I'm not, but it was just interesting that the Panthers played a lot of cover 2. And something that is, I will say this offensively, I feel like the tight end usage this season has been very underwhelming.
Very
and
much so.
That's a strength of the team. So this is a game that, yes, the Packers, their front 4 is good. They have a lot of athleticism and things like that. But if I'm Pete Carmichael, sounds like Foster Moreau did not practice, but I'm talking to Juwan Johnson. I'm talking to Jimmy Graham, and I'm just like, y'all go out there and beat these guys on the linebacker level, because the middle of the field should be open.
Absolutely. Especially with Juwan, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I know they got fantasy owners pissed off right now, bro.
Pissed, bro.
They were drafting him,
Man, I was telling Jay, I was like, Jay, you gotta draft Juwan. Like, you gotta draft Juwan as your tight end. Like, look like a dummy right now, bro.
And I think it's gonna come. They had too much of a chemistry in camp, reportedly anyway. It's
right.
Like, why isn't this happening? So I think it will come. This will be a good game for it to show up, especially if Foster Moreau is out. It's just like, bro, like, this is an outlet for you, Derek Carr. And look, it goes back to the offensive line, bro. He has to be able to survey that middle of the field, because things get cloudy in that middle, bro. Like,
it does, man. It does.
Linebackers just in the zone. He's like, you got to be pinpoint accurate, man. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we'll see that, bro. I want to see a little more offense this week, bro. A little
I do
more,
too.
Just so Saints fans can calm down a little bit. Just to
calm
them down.
It just I don't want it to. I just don't want it to be like, oh, we see more offense, and then like it's a shootout. Like, I want this. I want the D to still be stout,
right?
And
right.
I want the offense, because if I said it, bro, like, if the offense can start matching this team where this team is defensively, bro, sky's the limit for this team.
Like, we've seen it. We've seen them move the ball. I want to see when they get in the red zone.
Red zone, bro.
Or a touchdown.
Please.
A touchdown. Walk away from this game with 3 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? That'll make me feel good. I think that'll make a lot of people feel a little better.
Yes, without question. I think it will as well. So I mean, I'm going to ask you this. I already put it out there of the Saints being 3-0 after this game, but I'm going to ask you who's winning this game. Who you got?
3-0, baby. We 3-0.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
3-0 Saints have a nice win. I'm going to say 27-17. 27-17. Just a nice win. You know, I'm going to be wrong with the score at least. You know, but that's what I would like to see. Just a nice win. Then week 4 come. Number 41 coming back in the building. Go and play the New England Patriots. Play the Patriots, right?
Yes, home game.
It's going to be a tough one. Because, I mean, New England ain't great, but they got a fierce all defense. Got, one of the greatest defensive minds coaching them.
That's man, this Patriots team, bro, that game don't worry me, bro. Like, I
don't worry me either. I mean, it don't worry me, but Bill Belichick always, I know, like, situationally, he going to have some shit cooked. Like, you saw that damn punt block, bro. Like,
oh my God, bro, that was
why has
beautiful,
nobody done that
bro.
before? You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna have something cooked up because he knows his offense is inept. They're a lot like us. It's an inept offense, but his offense is inept. Like, it's built in. We'll get to that. We'll get to, like, that's the next one. I'm about to break down the Patriots and shit.
You ain't got to break it down because I'm saying it right now on the podcast. After week 4, the Saints are going to be 4-0.
Bro, Saints going 4-0, bro. If Saints fans ain't hyped when they 4-0, bro, I'm just quitting, bro. I'm leaving the podcast game. I just quit, bro.
You retiring, bro?
I just quit, bro. Like, what am I doing this for? What am I doing this for?
Anyhow, that is our Saints Packers preview. As always, we're gonna have the Zoom popping. It's a, Sunday noon game Central Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 7 a.m. Mitch time. Love our love our dude, Mitch. So if you're a Patreon, if you want to hop in and be a part of the Zoom, please do so. It's a lot of fun. It's truly like one of if not the best way to experience like a Saints game if you can't actually be at the Superdome and experience it truly.
Absolutely.
If you're not a Patreon, you still want to see our shenanigans and our antics, we always put the link up for our YouTube that it live streams too. But you just keep this shit rolling, man.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please, we're trying to get to 800 subscribers. It's slowly building, slowly getting there. But we will be back Sunday, recapping the Saints-Packers game, talking about the Saints being 3-0. This also kind of feels weird because I'm like, people talk about I'm so pessimistic, bro. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, they going 3-0, they going 4-0. Like, I'm on the bus. I'm keeping the negativity out. I'm also going to say this: rookie Jordan Howden going to have an interception.
Ooh,
against Packers.
Whoa.
I said it, bro. I said it. Say it with my chest. Anyway, we'll be back Sunday recapping Saints Packers. Thank y'all for the support. Truly, as the weeks are following up, I'm trying to really trying to finalize all the plans that we have for the Houston game, for the Bears game, and the New Orleans. Bro, man, I know this is looking too far ahead. I know it's looking way too far ahead. But we might have really picked the best game for the meetup, bro, because Bears look fucking terrible, bro. But we'll get to that when it comes to. But thank y'all for the support and just everything that y'all put out towards us. Just know that we feel it in our hearts, and y'all the reason why we keep doing this and keep going. And as the season's going on, like our numbers in terms of like downloads, listens is all picking up and what have you. So hopefully the Saints keep winning because that shit can continue, bro. Oh, come on, Saints. Help us out. Help us. But we'll be back Sunday night doing the recap pod. So we'll be back. Thank y'all. With that, we're out.
Peace.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly.